Y'all really let the guy that does all this talking get his own podcast? Get it together, man. Hey, everybody. It's Big Maul here. I hope that all of the phenomenal women had a great and a happy Mother's Day. So I do want to say happy Mother's Day to all the great, phenomenal, amazing women, amazing mothers out there, and shouts out to my mom, shouts out to my wife, and everybody, all the mothers around the world, man, stepmothers, all the mothers, all the women, or that have been even filling in shoes to help raise these kids, this generation, or have been doing it. And you guys are amazing. I hope you celebrated, and I hope you were giving your flowers on your day, but you should all be celebrated every day, in my opinion. But so yeah, and also I just hope you guys have been doing great. Hope you guys have been taking care of yourselves and just being great people. And thanks again for my wife joining me on my last episode. It was a great episode, and it was received well, definitely received well. And so yeah, man, thank you to her. I want to get right into it. That's why I don't even have any music playing. I'm not going to have any music playing. Excuse me. I won't have any music playing in the background, because this is something that I have been, ever since I heard Pastor Mike Todd. If you don't know who Pastor Mike Todd is, you can Google him, you can YouTube him. He is the pastor of the Transformation Church in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But anyways, man, he was preaching a sermon maybe 2 weeks ago about overflow and how we can block our overflow of blessings that God has for us. And I sat and I listened to that sermon and I said, wow, man, I want to talk about that on my podcast. I want to expand about that on my podcast. And I want to, because it resonated with me, because I related to that wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it, man. Basically, what Pastor Mike Todd was saying was, by the people that we hang with, our habits, our thoughts, our actions, what we say, we can block our blessings. We can stop the process or prolong the process of receiving the overflow of blessings that God has for us. We have to put ourselves into proper position in order to receive our blessings. You are not going to be what you want to be or get where you want to get in life if you are not in the proper position. And I don't mean physically. I mean mentally, emotionally, spiritually. If you are not connected to God, whatever it is that you are seeking in life will not find its way to you. You will not walk in your purpose the way that you should be if you are not connected to God, if you are not in that proper position. Your heart, your mind, your spirit has to be solely focused on God. It has to be focused on what He is trying to do to you, what He is trying to say to you, where He is trying to lead you. We surround ourselves with people sometimes because we feel alone, and it may not be the people that we should be around. But these people, they can give us a sense of security. And I'm not talking about financial security, but they give us a sense of family. And I feel like that is why some of us join gangs, why some of us turn to the streets and we begin to indulge into that lifestyle of getting arrested and getting caught up in and our life just takes a down spiral. And then even aside from that, when we think we're living the right way, yeah, we praying. Yeah, we doing we doing the whole. I gotta Bible study. I gotta read my scriptures. I gotta pray every night. I gotta go to church. Oh, I gotta do. We are doing the things when we are doing the things that we're supposed to do, and we don't see the change in our life. We don't see the blessings right away when, well, God, I'm doing what you asked me to. I'm tithing in church. God, I'm spreading your messages. God, I'm doing exactly what it is that you told me to do. Why isn't this door opening for me? It's because you're not waiting patiently. You want God to operate on your timing. And you think that just because you're doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, then that's when God is just going to magically open that door for you so that you can walk in and receive your blessings. No, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing because that is what you're supposed to be doing. And don't think that just because you're doing all of these things that right then and there, the second that you want whatever it is, God's going to hand it to you. He is still operating on his timing. That's why his timing is divine. His timing is perfect. You may think that you need whatever it is that you need right now. You don't need it right now. You want it right now. God knows when you need it. He knows exactly when you need it. He knows when you need that bill money. He knows when you need to be in position to receive your blessing. But you are rushing it. You are not in position yet. Your heart is not in position yet. Your mind is already telling you, I know he gonna bless me right now because I'm doing this. Because I read this scripture. I wrote this in my journal. I did this, I did this, I did that. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it right now. Like he's gonna literally do it right now. In the next hour or so, he's gonna do it. And then in the next hour, you don't get that phone call before that job that you applied for. And the next hour, that money doesn't hit your bank account. But God, I'm doing everything. It's not time yet. It's not time yet. Your heart may be in the right place, but your mind is not in alignment with your heart. So therefore, you are not in position spiritually and emotionally and mentally. You're not in position. Yeah, physically, you going to church. Physically, you're praying. Physically, you're treating people the way that you should treat them. Just like the way you want to be treated. Physically, yeah, you are doing those things. You drinking your water. You eating your fruits. You exercising. You praying every day. You going to Bible study. You going to Sunday service. You doing all of that. Because you think God's going to bless you in the next second. No, you know you are already blessed. You are already blessed. That same traffic that you are complaining about being in. Stop complaining for 1 second and be thankful that you have a vehicle to be complaining in. That same job that you hate clocking into because the boss getting on your nerves and you got coworkers that's showing up late, coworkers that's calling out, and you got to do their job on top of your job, and you so frustrated you want to quit, but you can't quit because you know you need that money. Pause, stop, be grateful that you have a job that you can go to and complain about. That same house that you go to, you complain about it being too small. The kitchen is too small. It's not enough room for you and your wife or for you and your husband to maneuver in when y'all in there at the same time. Y'all can't cook at the same time. Y'all can't do this at the same time. The rooms are too small. The bathroom's too small. The closet's too... Stop. Pause. Be grateful that you have a house that you can complain about. You are not in position mentally, spiritually, or emotionally. You're not in position yet. You're stopping your overflow of blessings because you are not in position. Cut those people off that are no longer good for you. Cut them off. I don't care the history behind your friendship. I don't care what you've been through. If that person is getting in between you and God, cut them off. Cut them off. If you are dealing with somebody romantically and that person is always shooting down your ideas, that person always into some drama, always got an attitude, always being nasty, if that person is not showing up for you the way that you're showing up for them, if that person is not going to church with you, if that person is not praying with you, cut them off. Oh, but I really love her. Nah, that ain't love. That ain't love. You love the idea of who she can become. You love the idea of who he can become. You may even know who he or she should become because you may be already there, but you living with somebody that's not in alignment with who you are and who you aspire to be. And all the blessings, all the things that God has in store for you. That person is not supposed to be with you when you receive those things. But you want to stick around for them because you see all the potential, but they don't see the potential and they treating you wrong. And you trying to stick beside them because you think that's what you're supposed to do. And God is telling you to move. God is telling you to let go. And all these situations are continuing to happen to you to wake you up. But you still stick around in hopes of change. And you wonder why things ain't receiving well. You're not getting nothing. You're not getting your blessings. Nothing is good your way. Your life is mediocre. Your life is, it's okay. But it's not the way that it ought to be. You have a person with you that is not in alignment with where God is trying to take you. So therefore, you are not in position mentally, emotionally, nor spiritually. You got to do everything that God is asking you to do. When it's time to go, you got to go. I don't care if that was your homeboy for over 20 years. You got to go. You bringing too much drama in my life. Every time I come around you, my energy ain't the same. When you come around me, it always seems to be negativity. There's always a negative wave. Every time we together, we always end up having a moment where the devil is just trying to attack us. Every time I'm around you, you're complaining. But we've been friends since we was 5 years old. Don't that mean anything? You always stealing. You get fired from every job because you don't care. You don't show up. You don't work. You call out. You lollygag. But we've been friends since we've been 5 years old. Doesn't that account for anything? Nope. You grew physically. He or she grew physically. You're trying to grow emotionally, spiritually, mentally. But this person isn't. You are not in position. Cut them off. The minute you detach yourself from the things that are no longer serving you or the places that God is trying to take you and the overflow of blessings that God is trying to hand you will all reach you as soon as you cut them off. Watch how your life change when you put yourself in position. Watch how your life changes when you put yourself in position. All you got to do is be obedient. You can't do half of it. You can't go to church. You can't tithe. You can't work in the church. You can't do any of these things. And then on the back end, go hang out on the block and smoke weed and drink. You can't. You just can't. You can't have $5 in your bank account, give your homeboy or give anybody your last $5 because you feel like it's the right thing to do, and then go talk about it behind your back, or then go gloat about it in their face when you get in an argument. You can't do things for people and then remind them of what you did. Because then you're going to be put in their position. You're going to need something. You're going to need a ride. You're going to need some gas money. You're going to need money for food. You're going to need money for that light bill, for that water bill. God will take you out of position and put you in a different position before he even put you in position. Think about what I just said. God will take you out of a certain position and put you in a different position to realize that you are not going to be placed in position because you are not in alignment mentally, emotionally, nor spiritually. I myself have been taken out of a certain position and placed in a different position to make me realize that I need to leave this and them alone so I can be in position. I thought everything was cool. I'm dibble-dabbing, dealing with this person because that's the homie. We've been down for each other since day one. But this person is talking about other folks behind their back. They even talking about me behind my back. But that's the homie. I'm a ride for him. I'm just going to ignore all of those negative flaws that are hurting me and hurting. I'm watching him hurt other people. And if he's talking to me about other people, then I know that he's talking to other people about me, but it's cool. So I'm going to let it slide anyway. You know, just being young and dumb. But now I'm going to, then it's like, I know what I need to do. I know I need to separate myself from this person. And God sees that I know this. He sees that I realize this. But I don't do what I'm supposed to do. So he takes me out of that position where I'm just stagnant. I'm just going with the flow. He takes me out of that position and he puts me in a position where I have to physically see this person betray me. I have to feel the betrayal. Now I'm forced. My back is against the wall. Now I'm forced to make a decision. I got to cut you off. And then once I cut that person off, I bid them farewell. Then I was placed in position. I started meeting people, and I can feel their energy shift every time I talk to them. Every time we had a conversation, I can feel their energy. Positive energy, genuine energy. Support, love, care, respect. I would have never met these people. I would have never met this person if I kept dealing with this person over here. I didn't even realize that there was a door to the right of me because I had my back to it the whole time. Because I was dealing with this person over here. I didn't even realize that I needed to close the door on the foolery that was going on in front of me. And all I had to do was turn around and walk away. And then I would realize that, oh, this door is open. I can feel great energy coming from whatever this is in this room. And it's open. God opened this door for me. And when God opens the door for you, you better walk in it. And what did I do? I walked in it, and what did I see? Wow. Blessings. You will see blessings in the form of money, people, opportunity. All you have to do is put yourself in position. And in order to put yourself in position, you have to do all of the work, not half of the work. You have to surround yourself with great people. You have to listen to God's voice. And not only listen, you have to obey that voice. You have to obey that voice. You can continue to go to church. You can continue to pray. You can continue to tithe. You can continue to work inside of your church. You can work in your community. You can do so many great things. You can do all of those things and still not have an overflow of blessings because you are not in position, because you still, as soon as you get done doing all of those great things, you go into the hood, you post up, you sell drugs. Oh, you just having a little fun. You just making a little extra money. Nah. See, God is not going to let that slide. You can still deal with this. You can do all that and still deal with this person that's cheating on his spouse. You got a spouse. You come home. You're not cheating on your spouse. But when y'all have a guys' night, y'all go out to the club. He cheating on his spouse. He getting the girl number. He getting her social media. He leaving out of the club. I'll be right back. He leave out the club with the girl. You know your boy got a wife. You can still hang with this person? Because birds of a feather, what do? Iron sharpens what? You gonna continue to hang with this person? Or you gonna cut them off? I'm being a good friend. I'm not gonna say nothing. It ain't got nothing to do with me. That don't got nothing to do with me. I ain't saying nothing. That's my boy though. But I ain't saying nothing. I ain't gonna tell his wife. I ain't gonna be a snitch. I'm not gonna betray my friend. I'm not telling my wife. I'm not telling nobody. God sees it. How are you a man of integrity watching your man cheat on his wife? Watching your man entertain another woman that is not his wife. And then you go home and you lay up with your wife. And she asks you, how was the night out? And you say, oh, it was good. Did you and so-and-so have fun? Yep. Did you and the guys have fun? Yep. Oh, yeah. Your boy had fun. Your boy had fun. You're not going to tell that part. But God sees it. God ain't going to... Why would God elevate you if you got this right here attached to you? I'm not saying you got to be around people that's perfect, but you got to be around people that are like-minded like you, like-spirited like you, that are in alignment with who you are and who you are becoming. Why would you hang with somebody that is just not loyal? If you're loyal, you need to hang around loyal people. When y'all have a guys' night out, it shouldn't be anything about watching your boys do something that you know that their wives wouldn't approve of, doing something that you know you wouldn't like being done to you, and just doing things that you know that is not in agreement with you. That's not how you get down. That's not how you treat your spouse. So why you want to hang with them? Because they your boys? Oh, no. You close the door on those friendships and watch the doors that open up for you. You'll meet people that are just like you. And y'all can have a guys' night out, and you won't feel guilty about seeing anything that you shouldn't be seeing or knowing anything that you shouldn't be knowing, because it's not even going down. You are surrounded by like-spirited people because they are in alignment with who you are becoming. And how did you meet these people? Because you put yourself in position. Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You have to be obedient. Y'all know how it is on social media, the whole red flag thing. You see the red flags. You see the red flags clear as day, but you ignore them because that's your boy, that's your homie, that's your family. Oh yeah, family can be dirty too, but you ignore those red flags and wondering why you are not receiving your blessings. It's because the people that are attached to you. It's because the habits that are attached from you. You can't go to church, tithe, do all those things. You can't feed the homeless, and then at the end of the night, you watching porn. You got a porn addiction. God knows it. God sees it. No one else does. But you and God know. And you wondering why your marriage ain't working the way it's supposed to be working. You got a whole demon living inside you. A demon, the lust demon. Your marriage ain't going nowhere because the devil is busy. You better stop watching that porn. Get help. Seek help. Get in position. And the way that you get in position is cutting it off. Replace that with different things, different habits. Pray. Give it to God. Release that demon from your life. And once you put yourself in that position, watch God put you in position. Watch your marriage flourish. Your life will flourish once you do all of the things, check all of the boxes. Just live right and obey. Continue doing all the things that you have been doing and then some. And allow God to work at his own divine timing. Don't rush him. Don't rush it. Don't rush his process. His process, his timing is way better than your timing will ever be. That's why it is divine. All you got to do is obey. Watch him put you in position. And you will get that overflow of blessings released to you. He has it ready for you, but you aren't ready. He has it ready for you, but you are not ready. So my question to you is, what is it that is blocking you from your overflow of blessings? Or who is it? Who is it that is blocking you from your overflow? What is it that is blocking you from your overflow of blessings? Examine your life. Really examine your life. Examine the people around you. Examine your habits. Examine your thought process. Examine what you do in the morning before you even get out of bed. Examine what you do before you go to bed. Examine what you do, what you listen to throughout the day. Examine it. I love you guys. All right? Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm going to see y'all next time. Remember, God is love. God loves you. I love you. You love you. Get in position to receive that overflow of blessings. I'll holler at y'all next time. Peace.